My name is Amit, Chandrasingh. So I started Freeline Creative in 2015. So it was actually a cross transition from a previous job that I had. So a bit of background for myself. I actually graduated from Birmingham Conservatoire. So and then obviously learning the piano and composing music, and then within that I toured Europe for a bit, and then obviously started to teach. But although all of that was very good, I kind of just felt that I still wanted to do more. I wanted to, as a person, grow, and obviously being creative, and obviously I thought, what could I do? And I like sort of designing, so to me that was the logical step to start Freeline Creative. So we work with, obviously we support little businesses, charities that we work with. We're very happy to support any sort of charity that needs a bit of help, regardless of what it is, and we like fundraising for the community. We fundraise for food banks, especially the one in South Leicestershire, and we support that year in, year out. And we like to also, around Christmas time, but also non-peak times, other than sort of key events, but throughout the year we do like to donate clothing to numerous charities just to help the homeless effectively. I think we're proud of, when you start a company, you are the web designer, you are the marketeer, you're the receptionist, you are the person that, the PA, you're literally wearing all these hats into, I remember sort of, you pick up the phone and you go, is Amit there? And you're like, yes, hold on, I'll pass. You're trying to kind of be the one person, wearing many hats, but actually, I suppose for us, for me, the great achievement is actually growing a really nice team. We've grown over the last 5 years, clients love us, and obviously that's allowed us to grow in numbers of staff as well. We've got a good team behind us, and actually, to me, that's such a wonderful achievement. And last year we won the East Midlands Asian sort of Business of the Year as well, which was quite an unexpected turn of events, But other than awards and accolades, actually, it's the work that we do, and the quality of the work that we do, and the team that I have actually see the same vision. And to me, that makes life so much easier. You often hear, people talking about staff and staffing issues, and actually, I kind of almost think like we're very lucky. We don't have that. We've got a good team, and I think that in itself is a good achievement. To me, branding is about the owner's vision, and it's about understanding what they want. Branding can be many things. I suppose, a customer branding is an identity, something that they recognize, a service or a product that's available. But actually, when you dive down into the company's owner in terms of what does their company mean for them, where do they see it going? And actually, when you kind of pick at it in a very sort of clever way, what you tend to find out is actually the true values of a brand. And for us, for me, the team, actually for all of us, it's essential that we understand that, because then we're able to create and obviously market this brand in the way that it needs to do to kind of fit the owner's vision, the owner's aims, ambitions, really. For us, identity nowadays, it all begins with a logo. Logo, colors, of course. You kind of think of most known brands, if we their actual logos are very simple or highlighted by color. Your typical M for McDonald's, your Coca-Cola red, and even sort of with local, companies as well. We know we work with sort of one of our clients called Care Dental, and their sort of blue and emblem that they have is so well known. And I think if you start with a nice logo, nice colors, and actually then you obviously, you have your online presence, whether that's through your web, social media channels, and actually then you start to develop that brand identity. But actually, on top of that, nowadays, we're all very socially engaged on LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and actually that identity has to also be shared on these platforms. So the language that you share it with, how do you share it, what content do you put, and all of that then encompasses with this identity, but also that vision of that owner, really. So a business can build a brand essentially using, if we start with, say, web design. Obviously, a lot of businesses, even if they have offices or retail stores, Actually, the online presence is so huge nowadays. So actually having a website that works, that's secure, mobile friendly, that also has all the right background SEO elements to it, so it's visible, when people are searching for a service or a product, is so important. Linked with that, of course, it's your social media marketing, which is so important, and actually being able to share the messages, and whether that's services that you are selling or products that you're selling, but also perhaps giving hints and tips on how to do something for your followers. Actually, it's a big sort of thing. Social media, we all know it's huge, and it's just gonna keep growing. I would say when you want to improve or build your brand identity, go down to what your company means to you. So, we all know what it means, but where do you want your company to go? And what vision do you have for your company? And based on that, build a logo if you don't have one around it. And if you build something, keep it simple, or even if you're looking to rebrand, simple, less is more, and that concept when it comes to brand is so important. Definitely, have an online presence, even if it's a landing page. Make sure that that's mobile friendly, and just keep information to a minimum. Less text, more videos, more animation, more pictures. Those kind of things are very sellable in today's market. I think your brand has to evolve all the time. Because if you don't keep evolving, if you don't keep adapting, the economy is changing all the while, and I think your brand has to adapt to that. The fear sometimes we see with new clients is that they can have an amazing business, but the logo or the identity that they have online is very old-fashioned, and actually sometimes to change that and I suppose try and get the owners to understand that times have moved on can be very difficult, especially when it comes to rebranding stage. So I don't think there's a perfect time to evolve the brand. And the reason being is because it has to be continuation. You have to keep adapting, and just be current. Whatever that may be current. A lot of brands have been affected by obviously the current situation, without a doubt. But there's also been brands that have thrived, online retailers, brands that sell online, and obviously there are certain sectors which have thrived. Obviously, majority, we hear, how difficult it is, and it is a very difficult time for everyone. I do think that brands can also use this time to look at their in-house identity, so brand identity, marketing, etc. going forward, because things will eventually pick up, and actually being ready for that, being positive and thinking about how to keep evolving when things are back to some normality is actually very important. One thing we're doing with a lot of our clients is allowing this time, and obviously the past couple of months is helping their customers, potential customers, by giving free advice, free tips, and effectively using social media to share those messages, because everyone needs help. We're all in this together, and actually having a brand help potential customers actually builds that brand awareness and that strength. So definitely, keep giving advice, keep giving, because, things will turn, and when they do, it's the brands that weren't, if you like, arrogant by selling things that you don't need, but brands that were there to support and help, actually that will be remembered the most. It's very easy to forget, and it's if we're not active, if you like, whether it be on social, whether it be through keep updating your website with latest content, information, newsletters, whatever bit of marketing people do, if you're not active, actually it's very easy to forget, because if you're not doing it, there'll be another brand, a similar company that will do it, and actually you don't want to lose out, so definitely keeping active regardless of how the economy is, whether it's a thriving economy, whether it's, like now, a sort of slightly worried economy for many of us, actually keep sharing your message, keep being active, allow your customers to still remember who you are, allow potential clients to get to know who you are, very, very important. For us, it's been I think a very blessing time. Although like many businesses, we stopped earning. You kind of start to understand how loyal your customers are, and actually the relationships we have with them to me are so important. And this time round, if you like, I kind of thought, wow, we're very blessed because our clients are still with us. We're still talking to them day in, day out. We're planning for the future, and actually the support that we've had from them, it's been amazing. So to definitely keep building relationships, for us it's definitely something that we have to continue doing. But also, as a learning curve, we've developed, we've trained our staff in new skills, new technologies, I suppose. And I think for us, it's for me especially, it's given me a clear line of where I want the business to go. The slow down, and you kind of have a lot more time to think which direction. We're always guiding our customers, our clients, which direction do you want to go? What does this mean for your business? How does brand, identity help? And we haven't really done that with ourselves. So actually it's been a great time to do that. And actually something that we have to, preach the advice that we give. A lot of businesses have suffered. And I think try and push yourselves out there, try and look at a gap within the area that you specialize in, and definitely push that niche. Try and find something unique, whether it's a service or a product to sell. And if there isn't a niche, because it's a very generic service or product, try and perhaps definitely share your message. Give something away. Whether it's tips, advice, whatever it may be. Just try and make your brand unique as to why people need to, well, not need, but rather why people should choose to go with you. So definitely keep sharing, keep at it, because things will pick up. And like I say, when they do pick up, it's those brands that are remembered and not forgotten that will do well.